Hello guys, it's me Victoria, and this is kind of a hard video to make, but I've been trying to make it for a while now because I think it's really important for guys to learn and understand. So basically, I'm going to tell you in this video three common patterns of female sexuality. So basically, these are kinks that are very well established in the kink community. However, it's not just for people who identify as kinky because these patterns, these kinks run very deep. They're very primal, and I see a lot of women who don't identify as kinky still being very, very drawn to um, these kinks. So, it takes a lot for a woman to identify as kinky. So a lot of women just never get there. Nevertheless, if they perhaps explored these urges or hints of desire deeper, they would realize that they are connected to these kind of core kernel kinks. Um, so let me explain by getting into the video. So there's three kinks that I see that a lot of women are really drawn to, okay? Like I said, they they don't see them that way. They don't see them as kinks. They just see maybe they like this certain thing, but they don't know why. And maybe they don't give it a lot of thought. All right, so the first one is the kink of being a brat and being brat tamed by a brat tamer. So this is basically the fantasy of provoking a guy and being put in your place. So this is huge for a lot of girls. Um, a lot of girls, like, a lot of videos from men, like, oh, tests that women give men. Well, women do sometimes test men because they want that feeling of the guy standing up for them, standing up to them, and basically outwitting them. It's like, you have like this card hidden behind your back, and the guy sees you have the card and he's like, show me your card. So it's kind of like being outsmarted in a game of chess. And like a lot of times, you know, when you're in a fight with a guy, for a woman who has this kink or is drawn to this kink, the secret trump card would be not winning the fight, but just basically making it sexual, spanking and disciplining her, putting her in her place. So people who are into spanking oftentimes like it for this reason of being brat tamed. Sometimes it can go into being trained. That's kind of like the ultimate form of discipline. So anyway, sounds pretty extreme, right? But this is definitely something that I see women being really drawn to. So a lot of times women talk about like really liking kind of like witty repartee, verbal banter, sassiness. And a lot of times what I feel is underneath that is kind of that provocation of they're basically saying under it all, are you going to let me get away with it? Are you going to let me win? Or are you going to be a man and put me in my place? So let's see. Another sign that girls are into this could be girls who might dress really provocatively, almost like knowingly. Like, for example, a girl who would dress like really provocatively on Halloween. There's kind of this, a lot of times, underlying, sometimes unconscious desire for some women, not all, to kind of provoke a guy. And what's underneath that is for him to put her in her place. Of course, you never want to actually do these things without discussing what are you into. Okay, cool. Do you want to try it? Oh, yeah, sure. Let's try it. What's our safe word and all that. However, it is good to be aware that sometimes these behaviors have this secret underlying drive behind them. And it's pretty primal. I mean, I know I feel this one quite a bit. This one's really for women who want a bit of push and pull, who like the fight, who like the sparring. All right, so let's move on to the next one. This one is very taboo, even in the kink world, but it is common in women. And it's kind of a well-known fact. Like you'll see lots of articles written for women saying, can you believe it? Lots of women have this fantasy. So this kink is consensual non-consent. In other words, rape play. You're not really allowed to say that, so they call it consensual non-consent. And of course, the key there is consensual. That there's a world of difference, but the desire is within a lot of women. So to me, this is about consensually playing out a violation, an assault, rape, an abduction, any kind of thing like that. And, the emotional core of it, I think, is really, it can be many things to many people, but to me, it's about finding someone of superior strength. And it's for strong women who want to feel submissive. Well, that's one way it can go. There can also be kind of like a humiliation aspect to it, of kind of like, for me, I know it's kind of like this feeling of playing on my insecurities about not being strong. I don't know, it's complicated, but basically, I see women being drawn to this so many ways in popular culture. For example, romance novels, popular TV and movies like, for example, Outlander. Okay, Claire, she's almost raped so many, many times in like the first, couple episodes of Outlander. Hold on one second. So it's huge in romance novels. And it is something that many women, I think, are drawn to. Why? Like I said, it could be many different reasons for many different women. But, this one is huge for me. Let's just say that. All right. Third core kink, DDLG, Daddy Dom Little Girl. Okay, this one super taboo as well. But basically, this is the kink of basically a father-like figure. Let's just say that. Basically, doing father-like disciplinary and kind of nurturing, caregiving behaviors. And, I see this so much in popular culture. Like, for example, the common phenomenon of women wanting to call their boyfriends or husbands daddy, um, wearing shirts that say baby girl, girls acting like super young for their age, girls who want to be told good girl, which is probably like the most popular thing women want to hear in dirty talk. And yeah, also so many times, like a friend has told me like what they want in a guy, and I'm like, I don't want to say it, but I'm pretty sure you're into this kink, but you would like never admit it, or maybe they would admit it, because they want someone older, responsible, nurturing, who's going to take care of them, who's going to protect them. Okay, what does that sound like? And deep at the core of this kink is this unconditional love that maybe we experience when we're little and we don't experience anymore. Um, yeah, it's like this deep emotional connection, which you might not get from your friend with benefits. And it's this feeling of like the nurturing, the healing, and the caretaking. And there's also kind of, uh, there's definitely like a creepy vibe, which, if you're into like the dirtiness of it, sure. So anyway, these are three kinks that I have tried to briefly explain that I see very pervasive in popular culture, and I see women drawn to these kinks, to these fantasies. And I see women not even knowing why. Because, like I said, they don't want to go there into the weird world of like kink. They don't honestly often think too deeply about what they're into and why, because they just wait for the guy to lead, and they wait for the guy to suggest things, and they wait the guy to propose things to them, and they just accept submissively. Um, Do I think that's good? No. I think women should research their own sexuality. But as a guy, if you are aware of these kinks and if you research them on your own and if you kind of understand them on a deep level, you can maybe guess that a girl's into it and suggest it. Are you into this? Would you be into this? Do you want to try this? Or you can even just start, doing a little bit of these behaviors and just seeing how they react. Like, for example, if you notice the girl is wearing a shirt that says baby girl, you're probably going to want to be telling her, good girl and stuff like that. Or, if you notice that a girl seems really like strong and confident, but also is like kind of craving maybe the submissive experience, you want to, I don't know, discuss this with her. You want to respect her strength. You want to understand very deeply where she's coming from. Anyway, guys, what do you think of this video? Let me know. Hopefully, I don't get kicked off YouTube for this, but I think this is very, very important for guys to know. And I'm going to share some other kinks that I think guys should really know that women are into, such as bimboification. That's like one I see huge in popular culture. Girls who wear like super long nails and really into their makeup, really into rich guys. So, all right, guys, let me know. And thank you for listening. And thank you for watching it. Love your comments. So please comment.